Alright, I think this is pretty cool to do as well, so I'm going to just go ahead and do it. It probably won't even be a 20-minute video, but I'll do it anyway. So I was just pulling in off the road, pulling in the parking lot in order to, because it's getting dark out now, and it's dusk is actually past. And as you can see, these clouds rolling around in the back. Now, when I go to the light, you're going to lose shit because that light's glaring in our eyes. So I'm going to stay away from that light. And I'm going to do a UE in the parking lot in a second. I just want to grab this imagery so I can go in on it another time. And I'll show you the imagery. But I see this shit all the time. And I see it with my eyes. And it flabbergasts me that anybody, my neighbors, my wife, my family, my friends, nobody sees this. So image within image within image all the way through here, but there's some larger ones that you should be able to make out. Now when I go in there, I'll be able to pick out all the smaller ones for you when I come in. Let me see how the other side's already getting too dark. Let me try over here. Yeah, okay. So over here, I gotta make sure I'm fucking crashing and all. Over here, we still got some light. Light coming in, so I'm going to aim it up like this. Now these are awesome to do. Now I do these around the moon at night. You have the light from the moon, so the light from the moon helps you to also see the images. It's throwing the light from behind, but you can still break out the images with your eyes. You'll be able to break them out and see what it is I'm showing you. Let me come around here. Let's see what's this guy doing. He's going to play footsie with me. He's not beeping at me, I hope. I'm going to come back here, so I'm going to try to get myself some distance as I'm coming through the parking lot. I'm in a parking lot. And, of course, all these lights blinding us and throwing around in our eyes are definitely going to fuck us up. So, there we go. Okay, so same thing over here. I'm going to bring this down like this so you're catching that. I got to watch out for traffic behind me. So, you know, it's too bad for all these fucking zombies that are always out that don't, you know, believe or see anything. Because otherwise, they'll probably call the cops on me. I'm parked in the wrong direction. I'm driving. They'll probably call. I guarantee you, I got a scanner that I listen to all the time. I guarantee you someone's calling right now and say, there's some erratic fucking drunk driver erratically driving around in circles in the parking lot talking to himself. Guaranteed. Not even a question in my mind. So anyways, so all full of imagery back here. So I can go get the imagery from back there as well, beyond these trees. When light's coming through the trees, I can do the same thing there and go into the trees and show you. When lights, oh, LED lights. Oh yeah, this is a fucking awesome idea too. So, see the angle, how it just brought you the imagery up in the clouds a little better when I did this? Okay? And there's even there's a tree in the way there too, branches and stuff of that large image, but that's okay. Because now that I did this is another one. I never do this, and I always say I'm going to, and I never do it. I'm going to do it right now. I have no filter on the camera, okay? You come around, especially now that LED lights are so big, it seems to even work better with the LEDs than it did with the other ones. And what I'm doing is I'm driving up on these bushes right here and these trees, right? Look at all the fucking imagery that's in them. Now, what I will do to show you a little better, let me put a filter on it. Here's a green filter. Nah, green filters don't work that good on trees. They do, but not for you. Not for the novice. The novice should get yellow. So there's a yellow filter. Yellow filter brings me a little bit of contrast. If nobody comes up behind me, I'll be able to keep it here for a minute. Okay, just let your eyes adjust. Okay. Image within image within image within image within image within image. Look at them all. Image within image within image. I'm just in a fucking parking lot. I'm just in a parking lot driving through. I always mean to do this even in my own yard because I see this with my eyes everywhere. So so I always say, and I even think I mentioned it in some videos before, Rick is going to have the best fucking series I've ever done for anybody. Because I've gotten so advanced at it, I'm really fast at it, it doesn't take up a lot of time and eat up a lot of time to be able to bring you guys into all of this. I can just show it to you. So I can come down in these trees and bushes and I can show you it's image within image within image. Again, lights and shadows, lights and shadows, lights and shadows. The lights that we're using, these LEDs, all these outdoor LEDs are all whites and blues. We've gotten out of the oranges and yellows, everything from the sun, because our atmosphere is no longer those oranges and yellows. We're no longer in the gold age, the golden age, the bronze age, copper age, brass age. Those are all done. Those are all gone. That's another reason why I'm telling you guys the contrast has been taken away from us. It's been taken away in our eyes because the heavy metals that we intake. Think about it, mercury. They fucking overload us with mercury from the time we're born, at birth. The double flu shots, the food, the water, they're getting the mercury into us every which way. If you can't, they can't get you to drink the mercury in the water, so what do? They put the mercury in the water, and then the fish drink the water and live in the water. They don't drink the water, but they live in the water. So the fish pick up the fucking mercury, and we get the mercury in us and through the fish. Other animals eat the fucking fish that we eat the animals of, so therefore again we get the mercury that way too. It's every which way we can get this mercury in us. Mercury being a silvery, the silvers and the whites, and we're no longer in the golds, the brasses, the bronzes, all that shit. We've changed ages. This has all happened just in our lifetimes. I'm only 50 years old, so this is all less than 50 years that we've changed ages, because we were just coming out of the even though we were smelting nickel and what do you call it, we were smelting some of these silvers and nickels and some of these other colors. I like to refer to things as colors. It's less confusing for me. Heavy metals, okay? We were smelting a lot of them of different color. Now we've stopped all that. It's very, very little. We have all the gold all wrapped up. The gold mountains, the gold that's still left in the mountains, they're all tied up with so many regulations, laws, and rules. No one can even get at them anyway. So all the gold smelting is on hold until we go back into another gold age, if we ever do. I don't know if that going into that gold age is going to be a major takedown that we go into it. I don't know. Maybe when everybody figures out everything that I'm showing you, maybe when this all becomes apparent to everybody and they all see it, maybe that's when the takedown will take place. I don't know. I'm hoping to avoid that takedown by just showing everybody, and then we just take the system back and we say fuck you to all the rest of the zombies. Now, something I have not pointed out very much in Rick's series so far, but I need to do it now. Who are they? Who are they that I'm always speaking of? They is us, people. They is we. We are they. And everybody I know wants to blame everybody else, and I figured this out probably 7-8 months ago who they are, as I was looking around at all this, and I'm like, oh, I see. That's why my family won't look at this. That's why I have no more friends. That's why no one will fucking listen to me talk for more than, I don't know, 5 sentences. I get to say 5 sentences. I don't give a fuck who it is, too. The only time I get to ramble off and shoot my mouth off like I'm doing is when I'm doing these YouTube videos. Anybody on the street, I try to tell all the shit and show them the shit I'm showing you now. They fucking shut down. They melt down. They want to go right over to all kinds of shit. Space aliens, Matrix, it's a Matrix world, angels, Jesus, Muhammad, Freemasons. You name it. Everything but the truth. Everything except what it actually is. So again, I can go through these trees. I can show you. It's all full of imagery. Look, people. Take your phone out of your pocket right now. Go do what I've shown you to do on the stones and the rocks and everything else, and going in tight on tree trunks and all the other shit that I showed you in the earlier videos I made today. And now, go in on this. And then you can do the same thing. Go out at night. You have street lights on your street. Go look at your trees. You will see it with your eyes. Eventually, you will see all this with your eyes, and you'll feel much more confident about grabbing it. So here comes the pizza guy. I got to get out of his way. Oh, he's parking. Okay. Anyways, that goes for everywhere. So there's some more trees up here, so I'll bring it to him since it's nighttime out anyway. At least until someone calls the cops. See, when the light's shining at my camera that I can't get them that good, they're all back there. I have to go over here in order to get them, probably. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So here we are again, at nighttime. Lights on the trees, right? And I'll move my camera around to show you. Image within image within image within image. Feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast, from the veil to the ground, everywhere. Look for the triangular shapes. The triangular shapes you're looking for, they're going to be in between the branches, in between everything. That's how you're able to see and identify the nanocarbon that you're living in, swimming in. The same nanocarbon that create you. I know you think that you're created from Papa's sperm and all that kind of shit. And, on a bio level, yes. That reminds me. I'll say that too while we're looking at this. Because some things I have total evidence for, and you guys can go see it for yourself. Most of the shit that comes out of my mouth is no longer theoretical anymore. If it is, I'll tell you that it's theoretical, and I'm just looking into it. If it's shit that I got evidence and proof for, then I go with it. And I'll just tell you where you can find the evidence. Don't take my word on it. Go see it for yourselves. Now I forgot what the fuck I was going to say now. I constantly do that because my mind's all over the fucking place. I was talking about the nanocarbon. So the nanocarbon, you can verify that it's all around you by looking at these, what you think are mass, the biomass. So, but people will think that it's just air around it. You know, they think it's air around the tree. No, this nanocarbon is the builders of everything. They are the fucking builders of everything. So, sound resonance plays a big part of this. Now, sound resonance, changing the electromagnetic current on a human scale. We've been doing that for a long time. Oh, I remember what I was going to say now. Now, this I have evidence for as well. The nanocarbon does not reproduce. I figured that out right from the beginning, right from my first month in action of finding this nanocarbon. There's liars out there that will tell you when they talk about nanocarbon, they're just fucking liars. These are the guys that put on the tinfoil hats and go around going, nano, nano, nano. That's to distract and deceive you. They're a bunch of fucking morons. They might not even, I'm starting to figure out that they might not even be purposeful fucking lying morons. It might be unintentional just from their upbringing that they have been all dumbed down just like the rest of us, okay? We're all part of this fucking system. So their lying to you may not be intentional. I can't say it is anymore. Not after what I just went through this week, no. Even A Plain Truth, Santos Bonacci, all the series I did for everybody, I gotta calm the fuck down and ranking everybody out and calling them lying motherfuckers and go to calling them unintentional lying motherfuckers. But they're still lying motherfuckers. So anyways, back to what I was saying. Again, the nanocarbon does not reproduce. It cannot reproduce. Whatever's here under this veil is what's here. Now, we smelt the heavy metals in the stones, and we can release those heavy metals up into the atmosphere, no doubt. And it's all around us, and we can change the heavy metals in our bodies and the heavy metals in the animals' bodies, the other creatures of the earth and all that. And all that shit. We can do all that. As builders ourselves, we can do that, and we do. But the nanocarbon do not reproduce. I can prove that to you. You will be able to prove that to yourself by the end of this series. I'm sure you'll be able to do that if you're paying attention. So, with that in mind, the theoretical part that I'm looking into, and will be able to prove to myself very shortly, is that we are able to reproduce. We are, and that comes to the whole sex thing and everything like that, and having sex and sex organs on a bio level. So this is my question to myself, is that why we began going bio in the first place? Were we, as electromagnetic species, not able to reproduce? Were we, as only being like, I don't know how, again, this part's guess, 99.9% electrical and very small portion of us was bio, 0.1 or something like that was bio, and we became more and more bio as we went on. Just theory, but I'm looking into it because I do have that question for myself. At what point did we start going bio, and was the reason that we went bio in order to be able to reproduce? Kind of like all the other creatures of the earth, because all the other creatures of the earth that have gone bio as well, and more bio, they don't have our level of intelligence, obviously. That may not be a bad thing. It may not be a bad thing. The human race might have been the ones that fucked all this up. It might have been stayed electrical or slowly went a little further bio in order to reproduce. I don't know. I'm looking into all that as I go along. I want to know the answers to all those things. Let's see if I can go this way a little bit without hitting the light, just so you can see more of this. Again, image within image within image. I can pick it all out of there. I see it all. I'm not going to go pointing around. I'll just let you look around as I go. And I'll hold the camera here and there. So that's also in the back of my mind for Rick and anybody else who might really be interested in what's going on here. It's very interesting to know that the nanocarbon cannot reproduce. All the nanocarbon that is in the system, this nanocarbon that we swim in, is here. It's been here the whole time. This same nanocarbon that I'm talking about that does not reproduce and is here with us, I mean, it's not different realms. It's not 11 different dimensions. It's not 6 different dimensions. It's all one dimension. It's all right here. We can see it all. I can now, anyways. I see it all. Now it's just a matter of figuring the rest of this out. And doing it by myself is probably not going to happen. I need other people to get in on this with me and start helping with this. It's fucking ridiculous that... That's why I was hoping some of these people like Sylvie from New Earth and shit like that would come in, but she hasn't. She's not getting... I'm looking around at everybody else's channels, and none of them are doing that. None of them are going and even looking at what I'm showing you guys, and they've already had plenty of time. They've had 4, 5, 6 months, some of them, to go and look at everything I'm showing you here. They just keep going back to government conspiracies, religious conspiracies, and I'm starting to realize why that is. Because it's just everybody. It's just like that with everyone. Because it would be interesting. What I was going to say is, this also I have proof for and I have evidence for, but you have to find your own evidence on this level. Okay. What we call spirits and ghosts and other entities that are all around us. Yes, it's true. Just don't put those labels on them and we'll get along just fine. What you're looking at and what you're seeing, if you think that you're seeing any of those things, is you're seeing the nanocarbon. The same way I can tell you with certainty that I've been here before many times. I don't give it that much thought to try to figure out what time it was, what year it was, what was I doing, what was the earth like on the other times I was here. I don't know. I just know that sometimes I lay down, my eyes closed, not asleep, but just with my eyes closed, relaxed, and boom, I jump up and I see it. I see it first, and then I jump up, and then my eyes are open, and I'm still seeing it. And I say, oh, okay. So, for example, I guarantee you, no doubt in my mind, I promise you all, which I very rarely do, I know without a doubt in my mind that I've been here before, and I know for sure that I've told you guys all of this. Everything that I'm telling you now, I've told you and showed you before. Not with cameras, because I don't believe, this part I don't know about, but I believe, this is only a belief, I don't believe any of this bullshit technology we're using today ever needed to exist. We've been set so far back since the invention of the wheel, since the invention of the clock, since the invention of the engine, since the invention of solar panels. You know, these are all laser beams, digital pixels, squared garbage, square digital garbage. It's all shit. It's all shit technology. The real technology, the ones that are creating this imagery that I'm showing you right here in front of you, that's the shit, baby. That's the fucking shit. And we have complete control of it all. If everybody would just wake the fuck up, all 6.8 billion of you need to wake the fuck up and see it, at least see it. You don't have to fully awaken, but you have to at least see it. Again, only because all 6.8 billion have to see it so that they'll leave everybody else alone when everybody's taking the system back. Because we need to take the system back. And if they do that and they just shut their fucking mouths and get out of our way, don't want to hear about your religions, don't want to hear about your politics, don't want to hear about your fucking taxes, don't want to hear about your school systems, don't want to hear about any of your bullshit. It's all garbage. Your medical industry, your fucking, it's all shit. So in order to take back the real system and know it, we just got to look with our eyes, you know? So everybody else say, oh, well, they say that in the Bible. They say that if you just open your eyes, you'll see it. And yeah, they sure the fuck do. Yeah, so I'm not going to bother with your little bits and pieces of fucking truth in order to get into reality. No, fuck you all. You had your chance. You had a couple thousand years of dumbing us down at least. So I'm done with it. I'll start over again, and I'll know as I go. I'll learn it, and I'll know it. And that's it. And that's what I recommend we all do. I think we all should do that. That's the only way. It's the only way. And then as others see it and deny it, fuck them. Once they see it, it's in their conscious mind. And therefore, when everybody else is taking back the real system, they'll go shroud down and go pray to their fucking fake gods, or go, go to the town hall meetings and bitch and moan about politics, or, go to their jobs and happily pay their fees, or join the service in the militaries and happily send their children off to wars that are just ridiculous fucking nonsense. And if you say they're ridiculous nonsense, oh, God forbid, oh my gosh, then no. Oh, you fucking hate your country? Oh, you don't love it? Oh, God, cut the shit, man. It's not the point. It's not what I'm talking about. Saying we're lied to about everything. So you were brainwashed enough to go and join the fucking service, the military, the police department, fire departments, whatever. It's all bullshit. So you were happy to go do that, and anybody that talks against that is kicked out of society, and that's the way you all do it. That's how I know who they are. When we talk about they, it's not the Illuminati, it's not the Freemasons, it's you. It's you. You're they. You are they. I include myself when I say you. We are they. They is us. That's how I know they is us, because that's the way we handle everything. It's all based on bullshit. So when I get this back, all these research vids, one of these days, coming soon, to a YouTube channel near you, I will be going in on all these that I'm showing you now. These are just research vids. Now I upload the research vids, I sit behind the computer with the camera, I tighten the pixels, I go in very carefully and delicately and show you everything, and show you all the imagery that you should be able to see with your eyes by now anyway, especially those of you that have been subscribed to my channel for a while. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Alright, let's try to end it there.